right, thank you all. Hopefully you got copies of the previous minutes from our previous meeting, and I've provided copies for you, along with the list of our sponsors from our golf scramble, the Hanover Hackers Open. We did raise over $4,000 from that, and we put half of it in donations, and the other half we're going to put aside and help start a youth golf program through Butler Falls Golf Course. So, and some of the golfers over are very excited about that. So it'll be an additional program we're going to have. A putting clinic and chipping clinic, course etiquette and stuff like that. So start building the future golfers today with help from Butler Falls. So, but all great event, and we're going to keep that Hanover Hackers Open the first Saturday in June. And I think it will be the first golf scramble they have during the summer every year. They have a Hanover Open coming up later on, but I think we're going to be that first one. So, and very successful. Rick was there, and again, 18 teams, everything was sponsored and everything like that, so it went very well. No news.
I heard a lot of compliments.
Yeah, it was great, and the signage was awesome too that we had. No new update on the DNR grant. We haven't heard anything, and it's the time of the year that we're not just them on vacation, but we've got people on vacation who've been working behind the scenes on the DNR grant, so hopefully we get the documentation turned in that we need to get them to say that we're going to use American-made products once we start that process. So hopefully we can start doing some projects, I guess, early fall now instead of as we had planned sometime during the summer months. Training for the website still ongoing for Civic Rec, at least on my side. I have a scheduled training tomorrow, but I've had to bump that to Thursday. I think there's probably 4 or 5 more of those trainings. Basically for me, it's just to show how to input things and the like. And I won't be able to train somebody, but they'll help us train additional people to help learn how to run the website for us. But Civic Rec is coming along. The page, I don't believe we have a page designed yet for the rec side, but I think they're working on the whole website.
Are you
the email I forwarded you about?
Yes, I saw that, yeah.
You pretty happy with it so far?
It is, I'm a pencil and paper guy anyway, but it's basically pencil and paper, putting it in the computer, and the guy that's doing the training understands it totally. And I asked him, like I mentioned in our previous meeting, how long is it going to take me to get comfortable with it? And he says, the more you work with it, the more you'll get comfortable with it. So, knock on wood, it's sooner than later. So anyway, so that's going well. Again, another training coming up on Thursday. Baseball and softball, we've been battling the elements. As you probably heard coming in, we've got some rumblings in the area. We have some scheduled games tonight that we've already bumped back a half hour, and my crew out there knows that there's a mandatory 30-minute wait if there's any rumbles of thunder or strikes of lightning, so they've got it well under control. So as soon as the meeting's over with, I'll be dashing out the door to make sure I help them. One week we lost 4 of 6 days because of rain. The following week we lost 4 of 6 dates because of heat. But we're technically only a week behind. We were supposed to be done, I promised everybody, by July 4th. We should have all the leagues done except for one by Thursday.
Good. With
tournaments and everything like that. So it's been going very, very well, and people have been very understanding, coaches and the parents and everybody. So the Hanover Car Show and music, it's just around the bend. We'll have one more park board meeting before actually the event takes place. We've got another meeting coming up tomorrow. We've got sponsors coming in for trophies. We've got sponsors coming in for banners. They're selling tickets online now through Eventbrite, I think it's what it is, for the car show. It's $20 for a 2-day pass, $15 for the single-day pass. Kentucky Crashers will be performing on August 5th here at the park. Full day of car show and auctions and bouncy houses and food court and a beverage area, and then music on the Saturday of the Hanover Horsepower. Looking forward to a great event, and hopefully, if you look, there's a typo. It says Hanover Hose Power on here. It's supposed to be horsepower. My bad. Anyway, so Midwest 2 Mills, the guys have been very, very cordial and great, and getting guys together to get this planned. And we've got another meeting, like I said, tomorrow. We are trying to incorporate as many locals in our food court as possible. I know Lanthier Winery is going to take care of our beverage area. And then right now, I think we've got Miss Vivian's with the funnel cakes and lemon shake-ups. Cone Ice is going to be here. Hanover Fire Department is going to have a booth set up. Right now, Gendy's is not going to participate unless something changes, but we're trying to incorporate as many locals, and we do have butts and racks coming. So we'll have a nice little variety, and they're going to set up on the end of the parking lot back here, back by Kenny Garrett's little volleyball court. That's how I refer to it, as back over there, just for my purposes. But the guys walked the park last week to get a better idea of the whole setup, how things are going to look out here, and the plan is to use the 2nd Street parking lot to get the cars in, and then take them along the path. They'll back off the path and open up their vehicles, and the path will be our natural walk around for the horsepower horse show. So we're looking forward to it. It should be fun. But we'll have more details, and I'll try to keep you guys updated via text and other messages. A lot of sponsorships are already flowing in to take care of our trophies. If anybody's interested, contact me, Scott Davidson, 812-292-4282, if you're interested in sponsoring a trophy. The trophy sponsorship is $150. I think there's 64 of those slots, but those are getting gobbled up pretty quickly. Banner sponsorship is $200. So if you're interested in helping support this cause, it's awesome. And dollars raised will go into the Hanover Parks Department, so it's going to be great. Great cooperation from the Southwestern schools. That's where our parking is going to be, and we're going to shuttle people up and get them over via golf cart or somehow, or walk up Spruce Lane into the park. So it's going to be a big event. Hopefully the weather is going to be looking really good. The Hanover Parks Soccer Clinic, year number 2, Nancy Totten did a great job with Paul DeLamrance. We had 25 kids participating. It was a morning clinic from June 21st through the 23rd. Not only did we have 25 kids, but she also had members of the Southwestern boys and girls soccer teams helping. And it was a great event, and it's very well received. And those numbers are up from last year, so we just continue to look to grow that for the Hanover Parks Soccer Clinic. Sticking with soccer, we are partnering once again for a fall soccer league this year with the Jefferson County Soccer Association. They're going to do a couple sign-ups here at the park on July 16th and July 30th. They'll be here at the park from 11 till 2. And again, we're signing up. We're having the soccer league here. We're signing up through the Jefferson County Soccer Association. They're actually running the league for us out here in Hanover. It'll be a Tuesday, Thursday league just like it was last year. We're doing U6, U8, and U10, and they've already kind of looked out here to see how we're going to set the fields up like we did last year. And there's already been a lot of buzz amongst people playing baseball, softball, looking forward to our soccer season out here. So, and we're going to promote it as having smaller teams with more chances to handle the ball. Because some of the other programs around the area, we got larger rosters and not much chance to handle the ball, so we're going to kind of promote it that way. And I think we'll pick up a few extra bodies, so. But looking forward to that. And I have forms here at the park too if people don't want to wait till July 16th or 30th, they can sign up now. We'll obviously need some coaches for that as well, and Brian Sacklave and the crew, they do a great job of providing the coaches. And they'll have officials here and all that really good stuff. So looking forward to that. Again, July 16th and 30th, we'll have sign-ups here at the park from 11 till 2. Those Soccer Association folks from Jefferson County will be here if you have any questions. Just a couple of updates on a couple other things. Parking, they did remove some of the stuff back here on the 2nd Street parking lot, the sunny side. It's not clearly cleaned out, but there was a guy back there cleaning out some of the stumps and some of that other stuff to start the work of expanding our parking lot back there. So that's a positive sign. So we're trying to be as cordial as we can with our neighbors too. So to this point, they've been very understanding as long as you don't park on their grass. Anyway. Also, senior meals. We had a question about senior meals last time, and according to my records, we were able, from January through April, when we served the meals here, we turned in $1,106. That was paid by the seniors. We ordered 470 meals during that time. Times 5 is $2,350. So about half of what we were able to take in took care of half the cost. So we paid out of the senior fund about $1,200 to pay for those extra senior meals. Now, we ordered 470 meals times 5, but we actually only served 342 meals. So we cut it back from 20 to 10 per session. So as you can figure out the numbers yourself, not everybody was paying the $5 or $4 to cover the cost. So we served 342 meals and took in $1,100 during that time. and the actual cost that came out of the senior fund was $2,350, but $1,100 went back into their fund from the seniors, just to clarify that. A couple other things, community center. I was told when I was starting to schedule, you only have about 10 bookings a year. Okay. Through the first 3 months out of the year, we've had 12 already. We've got 4 for the month of July, and of course, as we get to August, September, or October, we'll have many, many more. So I'm not for sure what our booking numbers were for last year, but through the first 6 months of the year, we've had 12 bookings for the community center. Of course, the big time was graduation when we had 6 of them, and right now we're going, if we do one early, we try to do one late too. So, and I think adjusting our fee structure kind of helped a little bit.
Yes, I'm sure it helped.
Absolutely, absolutely, and people appreciate that.
Right.
And just one thing popped up on my Facebook the other day, and I didn't know it said Hanover Park's birthday. I don't know if you guys knew that June 28th, 1978 was I don't know, it popped up on my Facebook as the official birth date of Hanover Park, and that's according to the hpdinfo.wixsite.com. Somebody that previously did a Hanover Park thing there. So I don't know if that's the official birth date, if they had cake that day or whatever, but that popped up on my Hanover Park's birthday, June 28th, 1978. I guess we'll keep that unless somebody tells us differently.
Yeah.
That's all I have. You guys have any questions?
Good report.
Hmm.
Very good.
And like I said, I'll keep you updated on the horsepower and start giving you a list of our sponsors and the like. And again, kudos goes to Midwest Tube Mills. They're doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and it wouldn't be possible without their support. We got Rick and Don, and Scott Williams has been great too. Scott's on board with that. And of course, he's involved in cars and he likes that stuff anyway. So it didnn't take much of a twisting of the arm to get him involved. So, but we got some improvements to the park to make between now and August 5th and 6th, and we're going to try to make those improvements too. So it'll be a safe event for everybody while they're here.
The only other thing is the netting is ordered.
Yes, the netting is ordered, and it should be here any time. What netting he's talking about is a barrier wall we're going to put on field number 2 from the foul pole past the scoreboard, 20 foot high, 90 foot wide, for a couple of reasons. One, to protect our scoreboard, our investment in the scoreboard, plus for safety issues, because when the softballers and some of them hit home runs, or even some of the baseball players hit home runs off field 2, your spectators watching field 3 aren't aware they're heading that way. So we're trying to eliminate some of the netting. They wrap around the trees and kind of dress it up a little bit. And US Premier is going to provide the post for that. We'll just have to find somebody to get it all put up for us, and hopefully that'll be within the next month. That should go up, but the netting should be here anytime.
Yeah, he said about 2 weeks on delivery.
2 weeks.
Thursday, I talked to him, and he said he's also sending hardware with it. It'll have a cable that goes around it, and you can raise it and lower it. But he said we may have to weld on some brackets onto those poles to connect to, just for security, to make sure that they click in place where we need them.
Right.
So that's something we'll just have to look at when we get it, and we may have to do a little weld on those poles.
Gary Mauser's been our contact with US Premier, and his kids are playing out in our program, and I think they're going to be on board of replacing our fence and our backstop on field number 2 back there. Most of that stuff may be donated, the fencing and all that other stuff, but they were out here measuring a couple of weeks ago to get a pretty good idea of what we need, because once we put the outfield fence up there, it makes the other fence just kind of look, okay, it needs to be taken care of. So a lot of good things happening in the park. Some projects that aren't included in our DNR grant project are coming together. I think that barrier wall is going to come together. Also, I've been talking to some folks about maybe getting a batting cage or 2. I think we've got just about everything donated on that, but I wanted to bring that to you guys before we actually start that project and get it going. But we got some people on board that are ready to donate some materials, donate the netting, and maybe the US Premier is going to do the framework for that too. So we'll get a lot of good use of that and help provide some more protection out there for some of our fans. So
good work.
Yeah, thank you.
Anything else for Scott?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you.